Welcome to April. Sorry, Derek. I was reading a comment that says, "Oh, baby, Derek is good looking." So you got that going for you. That's a great way to start April here on the Bad X Release Show with Derek Carty. Coming out hot, 3-1. The only loss was obviously a small unit play with a Trent Grisham stolen base, but we're back at it today. Markets are moving. So let's just skip the formalities, bud, and get right to it because that's what the chat wants and that's what we want here too. So this is a little different than other shows. It's a release show. We will tell you what we're going to bet. We'll tell you what book we're looking at first so everybody has a chance to get over to that book, log in, and then we'll tell you the game in question we're looking at. Again, giving bettors some time and everybody there in the chat some time to find it. They'll get it. We'll tell you the market, the player, the over, the under, and we'll sit there and watch the markets move as they have already. If you're from a book and you're watching the show, welcome to the stream. We know you've been moving fast, so we'll see how it goes. Good to see everybody in the chat as always. Evan, Kevin, Jack, Delino, Brandon. I mean, you guys help us out a lot. So if you could do us a favor, hit the like, subscribe button, and let's get going here, Derek. We have 3 releases today. One is book specific, but 2 widely available. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Awesome. Starting off, release number 1. We are at Caesars, but this is also available at Bet365, BetMGM, and BetWin. Give you some time to log into your Caesars account if you got it. Or Bet365. The game in question, we are looking at Diamondbacks at Padres. Nothing like getting in on the early action today. The only afternoon game, believe it's 4 o'clock time, West Coast, 1 o'clock time locally. The prop market we're looking at, pitcher outs. Pitcher props, pitcher outs. For release number 1, we are on Zac Gallen, under 17.5 outs. Plus 139. Plus 139, Derek.
Yeah, plus 139 is the part that really appeals to me here. That's a big number. Gallen is obviously a good pitcher. He threw, I think, 89 pitches in his first start, so he's completely stretched out. No concerns in terms of leash. What this really comes down to is the matchup and the number that we're getting it at. He's facing the San Diego Padres, who are perhaps the best offense in all of baseball.
Ooh, hot take.
And he has to complete 6 innings against them. The bet is projecting 17 outs here, so it's not like there's a big deviation from the line. But when we're getting it at plus 139, I will take that. This projects to win 53% of the time, so it's kind of a coin flip. Almost that we're getting at a big plus number.
And some other people chiming in, available at 365 at the other one. And Fox Muldar is saying the Braves offense better than the Pat. It's debatable for sure. But when you got to go through that top of the order, when you got to face Soto, Machado, and Bogarts third time through the order, that's where this will be made or broke. And then we saw Gallen, rough outing in his opener, over giving up 5 runs over 4+ innings, struggling with walks, including that start, 13 walks in 21 innings so far, including the spring, with a whopping 20 earned runs. And I know you don't look into spring numbers too much, but when we're seeing something like that, I mean, it is a cause for alarm and something that he'll be going through. So Zac Gallen, under 17.5 outs, big plus money play here, plus 139, I believe plus 135 at 365. Let us know where you got it. Let us know if that number changes. And remember, give us a hand, give us a like, subscribe down there while you're on the channel right now. And remember, the best thing we can do as bettors, have multiple accounts, have outs, shop around, because the difference between this play at plus 139 and the rest of the market, I believe, is about plus 105, is a massive difference.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, let's jump over to release number 2, widely available play. It's at Caesars. It's at Bet365. We're at Caesars here with producer Mick bringing that up. The game in question, Colorado at the Dodgers, going to the late one, sticking with the West Coast. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Last game on the slate, I believe. Rockies at Dodgers. Head over to the pitcher prop market. We are going pitcher outs. For release number 2, we are going Colorado starter Jermaine Marquez under 17.5 outs minus 115. Marquez under 17.5 outs minus 115. Let us know in the chat where you got it. Let us know if it's moving. Let us know if you can find a better number than that as well. I mean, no opposing starter so far, Derek, has gone longer than 5 innings versus this pretty potent offense. And it was the same thing we mentioned with San Diego. The top of the order, third time through, will dictate a lot of this. And, I mean, they've already seen Zac Gallen and Merrill Kelly, who struggled to get out, and now the Dodgers out of the gates early, third in weighted runs created, fourth in OPS. A lot of talent early in that. Marquez threw 87 pitches, but that was at Petco. So I think a slight possible park downgrade from start to start.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. You know, this isn't the Dodgers all-star lineup of previous years, but this is still one of the best offenses in baseball, especially like you said, that top half of the order is really, really good. Marquez, kind of like Gallen, has to get through 6 innings, and that seems like a tall order. This was minus 107 earlier today, but minus 115 is still really good, considering that a lot of the market is minus 130, minus 136. I see one book at 16.5 already. So I like this a lot. It's not a knock on Marquez. It's not about leash. It's just about, this is a guy that, you know, 6 innings against the Dodgers for a pitcher who's not an elite pitcher is really difficult to do. The bat is projecting 14.25 here. So we're getting basically a full inning under this line. So minus 115 is still plenty good for that. I'm good with it. And yeah, it's not Coors Field, but Dodger Stadium has become a sneaky great hitter's park. It projects as the 4th best hitter's park in baseball at this point.
Good. So that, yes, that does answer MH Albany's question, is minus 130 playable. And it leads into what LD Yank 16 said this morning. If you jumped up and you saw Derek's projections on RotoGrinders or EV Analytics, you would see immediately that this was a number that jumped out as the projection, like you said, was 14.25 or 14.33 basically, when the line's 17.5.
Yeah, so it's definitely still bettable at minus 130. Obviously, you want to get the better number if you can, but it's still great value there too.
If this hits 16.5 playable at plus money, still on the on that value side.
Yeah, if you're getting it 16.5 plus money, I'm still good with that too.
Yeah, this was the one that jumped out to me absolutely this morning as well. So bookmark the day. We still got a third one. We'll bookmark these 2 plays with the early game and the late game. So let's go to the third one. We're dropping this third one. It's very book specific. It might not be there anymore. It just opened just before we put it in here, but it's way off market. So it's worth shouting out if you have PointsBet.
Yeah.
If you don't have PointsBet, unfortunately, this probably is not going to be a play for you. I don't think any of the other numbers are playable, but we'll establish that after we take a look at this. So the game in question, Pittsburgh at Boston. There it is there. Heading over to pitcher props. And if producer Mick could be so kind to zoom in, because, yeah. So, yes, there we go. And, yes, so pitcher strikeouts. Again, apologize, but book specific. It is off market here. For release number 3, Nick Pivetta, over 4.5 Ks, minus 135. Nick Pivetta, over 4.5 Ks, minus 135. Let us know if you have the 4.5 at your books. Most of the market at 5.5, Derek. Kind of sitting even juice to the over. This one's off by a full strikeout, it looks like. Versus a Pittsburgh Pirates offense that I think has the 4th most K percentage in baseball. I'm sure it projects as a heavy K percentage today, no?
Yep, they project as the 4th most strikeout heavy offense today. The bat is projecting 5.9 for Pivetta, so almost a strikeout and a half over the number. It was minus 120 a few minutes before the show. Still minus 135 is good, considering that I would expect, you know, other books that I've seen are 5.5. Not every book has it open yet. Yeah, but I would expect them all to basically be 5.5 when they start to open.
Yeah. So Dinger, not exactly thrilled that he's limited to $3 a play. Don't know what to say, but probably means you've been doing well. So this is just an off market. We try not to put them out as much. We try to find things that are widely available. That's why we put it as the third one. I'm sure this will hit 5.5, but as a better, if you can find a stale number like this and hit it before it moves, take the advantage of it. So hopefully someone has their points bet account, has more than a $3 limit on it. But yeah, do what you guys got to do with that play. Love the first two plays. Absolutely. Plus 139 is not a number you get to see too much for an outs market because it hasn't moved. That's it's odd. And even plus 135 at the 365 is amazing. And then Marquez projects, like you said, almost a full inning under. Like, yeah, there's a big difference. And both of those teams facing great offenses. So that will do it for us here today, Tuesday, April 4th. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Derek Carty. These are his bat projections. The Bat X release show is here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, all season long, same time, 11. Thanks to everybody there in the chat. Play enough of these stale lines, won't have accounts of the same season. Good luck, everyone. And he's absolutely right. That is a good point. If you're getting ahead of these lines, the books, you might get limited. That's part of the run here, and maybe in discussion for another day. But let's bring it back. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Thank you very much, Derek.